And we're live. Welcome everybody to the second attempt at a live stream. This is still kind of a prototype, so I appreciate you guys coming. We're going to be making dinner. We have a Cacio chili crisp, which I've made before, but I'm going to make it with a little bit of arugula salad. And yeah, let's kind of get right to it. Here we go. So basically we have some water boiling right there. And I'm going to salt it, get the pasta in, and everything's going to kind of come together in about 10 or 12 minutes while the pasta cooks. So without further ado, like I said, this is already boiling. Put this on the stove here. We have not salted our water yet, though. So we're going to salt it pretty liberally. That's probably fine. And then, yeah, we have our spaghetti already prepped. This is got in there for about 9 minutes. There we go. Got our tongs. Let's move that around a bit. I'm going to set a timer. And then, yeah, so while that is doing its thing, we're going to do some chopping. And like I was saying, we're going to have two cameras in the setup eventually, but for right now, I'm kind of just sticking it with the one. And make sure we got our focus all nice and pretty for you guys. All right, cool. So making a quick little salad. Let's have a little shallot. All right, I'm going to do this side first. So I'm going to basically just make a quick little vinaigrette that I kind of make all the time. I like to add a little bit of soy sauce to it because I kind of just put soy sauce in everything for some reason. Yeah, our Fiddly and Bennett knife, which I actually really, really like. If you guys watch me on my channel, you know that I normally use a lot of carbon steel. But there's something about a high carbon knife that also is just really nice to use. Angles wise, still considering actually moving this camera around to flip it on the other side because I'm right-handed, so all my knife work would definitely look a lot better on the other side. All right, quick little shallot. It's got little wooden bowls from Earlywood that we're using. Highly recommend all their stuff. If you watch my content, you know that I use their stuff all the time. Give that a little thingy. All right, what's next? A little garlic. A little bit of purple garlic on the market. Do 2 cloves. I like to smash them first because they kind of pop right out of the peel. I've seen people, drizzle some salt over garlic to kind of absorb some of that moisture so that you don't lose it on the cutting board. But the reason that I don't like to do that with the salt is because you're kind of grinding your knife into salt at that point, which is not great for your edge. And while you will probably lose some juice to the board, you've got a well-oiled board, you're really not losing much. And we got a couple people in there. Welcome and thank you for joining. All right, got some garlic, got some shallot. And let's see, just gonna put some olive oil in there. A pretty good amount of olive oil. And a little bit of red wine vinegar. Obviously, we put a lot of shallot in there, but I'm just winging it. A little salt. Cracked pepper using the pepper cannon, which is very nicely given to me by Mom Kitchen. It is German. Phenomenal pepper mill. Very expensive, but also I will say, it is clear where the money is gone. All right, that's already coming together. How are we looking? We got 5 minutes on our timer. And we're looking good. Put that there. We have a bigger bowl from Earlywood. Some arugula. And I have already rinsed and all that good jazz. I'll let that sit in there for a moment and think. We have a lemon. Let me just give that a little bit at the very end. We probably don't need much. But yeah. All right. So with that, I'll just take this, put that all in my salad bowl. And I'm a hand tosser. My hands are clean. I just kind of prefer to do it like this. Obviously, you could use a fork or salad tossers if you like. This is what I prefer. Actually, I'm going to get a little hit of lemon juice. Rinse off the hands. I'm squeezing it over my hand to catch any seeds. I do have a thingamajigger for that, but I'm not currently using it. All right. We'll rinse off our hands off camera. We'll put this to the side. And we are pretty much getting pretty close. So, let's go dry off my hands real quick. Wipe our knife. I use a lot of carbon steel again, so kind of used to just giving the knife a quick little pull through. I was gonna do some parsley. Yeah, let's do some parsley. Cacio chili crisp doesn't really need the parsley, but I kind of just want it. A little bit of green in there. And this is a pretty fresh parsley, local, so I'm not going to worry too much about the stems. The stems taste pretty good. So I'm just going to give this kind of a rough chop. My buddy Edwin is always joking about, what if I just cut myself real bad when I'm doing one of these videos? That just popped into my head, like having some kind of Kill Bill moment happen. Anyways, that is not happening. So rest assured. Ooh, we got Holy Boredom in the comments. Good friend Michael Sanchez. Shout out to Patty and Laz. His graphic novel that he's been working on that is in the process of coming out and is very exciting. All right, so we got about 2 minutes left. We're going to put our heat on really on high. And then what we are going to do is grate some chuz. We're probably looking for about 2 cups. Normally this would be done with a Pecorino Romano. This is a very nice Parmesan, not Pecorino. Kind of breaking all of the rules with this one. We also have a little bit of butter on the table that we're going to add to kind of help with the emulsification process. So, you know, whatever. But yeah, cacio pepe by itself, it really is traditionally just pepper and cheese and a little bit of pasta water. You mix it all together. The water helps the cheese emulsify. I've normally done Kenji's version from Serious Eats, Kenji Lopez Alts, where he adds a little bit of butter and olive oil to the pan to kind of help that process. Some people don't like it. I don't really mind. I think it works great. So that should be pretty good with cheese. We'll grate some more over it. Let's move the camera. Focus on our next position. We're going to be right about here. Sweet. Look at that. And so we're going to be a little further away. I'll just put the autofocus on just in case. Maybe a little more of a tilt up. Oh. So we're about 40-ish seconds away. I was feeling pretty good, actually. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take our Super Magic Taste chili crisp that we're using for this one. made in Toronto by a very small company. Very nice people. We've been in touch for a bit. Where's my spoon? Yeah, we'll just get another one. And there we go. Okay, so that was a 9-minute timer, so we got about a minute left, and we're just going to put a good chunk of that in there. Probably kind of about a 1/4 cup. I'm not really being bashful about it. Now what we're going to do is take some pasta water. Yeah, that's what we want. We're kind of looking to start this emulsification process. Let's see, we're going to stir this all together. And actually, there we go, that's better. And add a little bit of the cheese and stir like crazy. Because we don't want this to clump, and we want it to emulsify. So, doing it a little bit more of the traditional way, I guess. Oh, nope, just kidding. Here comes the butter. I'm not going to have it fail on that first live stream. I'm using the training wheels. It's one of those things, you know. You do you. It all kind of turns out great. And you can see here, like, color is pretty dope on this already, and it's pretty nicely saucified. So what we're going to do now, add our pasta. Big thing about this, you got to kind of move quick. And keep in mind, if your sauce breaks, meaning it becomes a little bit oily, just add more water. So we're going to already kind of get ahead of that. And there we go. There's a good amount of salt in that water already, so we don't really need to salt this too aggressively. Turn off that burner. It's already pretty saucy. Just let that sit for a moment. Oh, just a little hit. A little tiny hit. And then hit it with a little bit more. All right. Now, I'm going to let this kind of reduce slightly. I'm going to overwater it. No, that's fine. So one thing about these larger tongs, a little more hit of chili crisp in there. And then we're going to hit it with our parsley, just because we want it. And there we go. The sound of love, as they say on TikTok. And that is looking pretty good. We don't really want to go we don't want it to be too tight because, again, the sauce might break, especially in an oil-heavy sauce like this. So what we're going to do is just kill the heat there for a moment. And just going to clean this real quick. Just give this a little hit of olive oil. You got that Get Graza olive oil, which I find very nice. I know some people were kind of wondering if it's worth the price. I think it's pretty fairly priced. I think the green one tastes very, very good for finishing. The yellow one seems to taste pretty good for general cooking. All right, let's reposition one more time. There we go. That's perfect. All right, let's see what we got. We have 2 bowls. One for me, one for my wife. Who's in the other room being very, very supportive right now. All right, spaghetti, I'm actually not a great spaghetti plater. So we're going to go for it. Oh, look at that. We got a little bit of it. And the one thing I will say about the Super Magic Taste is it does look pretty beautiful. Again, that's the chili crisp I'm using. Is that, something about that color just really pops pretty nicely. And we're just going to kind of put the rest of that in there. You know what we need? Is these so that we can get all this good stuff out. All right. Yeah, I'd say that looks pretty good. And a little cleanup. And again, we have our Douglas salad, arugula salad. Sorry, we call them Douglas for some reason. I don't know why. This always have. Let's see how it goes. Autofocus, right? Hi. All right. So we have our Cacio chili crisp. Hope you can see it. It's a little overexposed. I'm sorry. Oh, got to do it. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh yeah. I mean, it's perfect. And the thing that, I'm sorry, my head is just sweating profusely. The thing that I really like about the Super Magic Taste in particular is that it's a little bit spicy still, but it's got this really nice fruity flavor on the beginning of it. And that's probably from the gochugaru, which is just kind of an interesting pepper flake. That was really good. Let's try our salad. Basic arugula salad. Really nice. I was going to put some soy sauce in it, like I mentioned, but I didn't. That's what we got instead. Perfect. All right, so that kind of wraps it up. It seems like it kind of went by so quickly, but yeah, thank you guys. I'm going to try and do these probably about once a week. We'll see how it goes. There's going to be a second camera. The lighting's going to change. It's all going to kind of be evolving as we go. Let me know if you have any thoughts. Thank you guys so much for joining. All right.